Hello, class, and welcome to Chapter 1, Section 2, Chemistry and You. This will be a shorter lesson as we look a little bit into more about why we study chemistry. So 3 general reasons to study chemistry is explaining the natural world. And we as Christians know that God created our world, and chemistry kind of gives us a glimpse into the processes by maybe how God used that. Obviously, we'll never be able to understand everything. We'll never be able to grasp the mind of God. But I think as Christians, it's very interesting to study chemistry and our natural world, knowing that God created it, but then maybe seeing how he used some of the processes to do that. Also, very important to study chemistry is to prepare people for their career opportunities. And I'm not saying you are going to be a chemist stuck in a lab someday, but you might be a doctor or a nurse, or you might work for an environmental organization where you're going to understand a little bit of chemistry to do that. You might even be talking to someone one day and you'll be able to understand what they're talking about because you have a general basis of chemistry. So one of your semester projects will be looking at a specific career in chemistry and kind of diving into what that means. And I'll talk more about that in a different section. Another reason to study chemistry is to produce informed citizens. So in order to become a critical Christian thinker in today's world and to become an informed citizen, which God wants us to be, we need to understand some of what chemistry is all about in order to be able to vote on specific items and so forth. So explaining the natural world, chemistry can help you to understand how things work. Why do apples turn brown, for example, when you cut them? Why does the texture of an egg change when you cook it? And why does water expand when you freeze it? And your discussion for this week has you reading that article about why should I study chemistry? And that article kind of gives you more examples about why you should study chemistry and hopefully piques your interest into a little bit about why you should look into chemistry. And why does sugar dissolve faster in hot water than in cold? Why study chemistry? Preparing for a potential career. So chemists contribute to society in lots of different ways, for example, not just the chemists who are stuck in labs doing experiments. Having a knowledge of chemistry is beneficial in many different types of careers. Even a reporter for a TV station might have to interview a chemist to gather background for a story and might be able to at least understand the language they're using. Firefighters need to understand chemistry in order to know how to put out different types of fires. And then being an informed citizen. So industry, private foundations, and then all federal and state governments all provide funds for scientific research. And you will need to make choices that will influence the direction of that scientific research. So you could vote directly on an issue on a ballot or through people you elect for research. And the knowledge of chemistry and the other sciences can help you form an informed opinion and take the appropriate action about that. What are some outcomes of modern research in chemistry? So technology, which are the means by which society provides its members with those things needed and desired. So chemistry is important in developing different types of technology. We have modern research in chemistry that can lead to technologies that benefit the environment, conserve and produce energy, improve human life. Think of all of the medicines and medical equipment, and expanding our knowledge of the universe. So those are different types of modern research that can lead to technologies that do that. Materials and the environment. So chemists use their understanding of the structure and properties of matter to make new materials with different and improved properties. And this, for example, can be seen in the development and the synthesis of plastics that has changed greatly over the years, from plastic that was created maybe 30 years ago or even 10 years ago to the types of plastic and materials that are created today has developed and changed greatly. Energy. So chemists are constantly trying to find ways to conserve and produce more energy. So for example, chemistry was used to develop the batteries that run gasoline electric hybrid cars. Medicine and biotechnology. So chemists are very important in developing all of the following to help doctors treat their patients in different types of medicine. Pharmacologists use chemistry in developing different types of materials and technology used for different surgeries. Chemists can develop materials to repair or even replace body parts. So that all has to do with chemistry as well. And then the final aspect of chemistry is the universe. So chemists can gather data from space and then analyze that matter to help answer questions about the universe. And again, obviously, as Christians, we know that God created the universe, but it's fun to see how chemistry will kind of explain that language of God as he creates the universe. So that's the end of this lesson 1.2, a shorter lesson. I'll see you guys for the next lesson. Please, as usual, message me with any types of questions, and hopefully we'll see you in one of our live classes each week as well. Take care, everybody.